Could still see a few lingering showers tomorrow when the polar vortex shows back up.
Yeah, so the polar vortex is just spinning around. Because you remember you were saying that it was just swinging in for one day, and I'm like, well, that can't be. It can't be right. It can't be swinging in for one day. Apparently, it's just up there. It's just vortexing like crazy.
Right.
And that is why we've had such a kind of weird summer. Where it hasn't been super warm. It's been kind of rainy and like weird. It's because that's still spinning around. And they're saying, like now our winter, we might have another freezing cold winter like we did last winter. Because the vortex won't leave. Nothing is
Stupid
pushing
vortex.
it out. The vortex needs to just go
We need to
home.
get the vortex out of here.
Get out of here.
Well, so tomorrow 66, Wednesday 69, then Thursday is in the 70s, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday though 80s and sunny.
We'll take it.
Supposedly every day 80s and sunny.
Every-
Low 80s, but 80s.
Low 80s is fine.
Yeah.
Just some 80s is what you're looking for,
Is your
right?
burn better from
Burn.
Oval Beach?
So I got burned on Friday a little bit, and then that went away, and then I got burned again yesterday.
Oh.
But that'll go
Do
away.
you put sunscreen on?
I had the sunscreen on. Apparently, I didn't put it on often enough. I can say.
Right.
You know who
Because
got
you're in the lake or the pool or water.
right?
the
So
whole
swimming,
time, right?
swimming the whole time, and apparently I'm not reapplying. And we take hour breaks and hit ourselves, but apparently that's not enough. Charlotte got a horrible sunburn on Friday at Oval Beach.
It's a shame.
So we had. It's like we missed just one little spot on her back. So her back is all fine, and then one big sunburn. So her thighs got sunburned too, because we just kind of gloss over the legs normally because they're in the water. So she was going to a birthday party on Saturday, and it was going to be a pool party. So all Saturday, all she's doing is complaining about her sunburn. Like, this hurts. I don't like this. I don't like it. I'm sunburned. Ooh, ooh. And she's walking gingerly, just really hamming it up. And I said, I'm going to tell you something right now. You need to shut up about that sunburn. And she said, why? I said, because if a kid came to my pool party and was complaining about a sunburn, I would put him inside. And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, if they're sunburned and it's hurting them, I don't want them to get more sunburn.
Right.
I'm going to put them inside. I'm going to get them a chair. They don't get to go in the pool.
And was that the end of that?
She shut up about it. She was done. She zipped right up. She said, they wouldn't do that. I said,
Oh, yeah,
they
they
would do
would.
that. Because
You
don't
would
want
do that.
You don't want to double up on a kid's sunburn.
No,
So I
no.
said, you need to be quiet. If it hurts, fine, speak up. But if you're just doing this to like get attention, you need to shut up because they're not going to let you in the pool. And she was in the pool all day and did not get any more. I said, use sunscreen lotion. You know, if they say there's something wrong with you, just say, yeah, I've got a little burn. I'm fine. I'm dealing with it. And then you can swim all day. Make it happen. Don't just complain all the time.
little
Like
lesson for her to learn.
somebody over here to my left, his name rhymes with Pomanda. I bet Amanda. I bet a lot of times you got just set inside, and the mom and dad just kind of ignored you because they were tired of listening to you complain.
I mean, if I got invited to birthday parties, I'd be able to report back on that.
You didn't get invited to birthday parties?
Not ever ones with a pool.
Ouch. You know why? Fun killer. Even as a kid, I bet you were a fun killer. And the drama, like there are certain kids. Well, I have two birthdays. Charlotte and Haley both have their birthday in about a month and a half. And we're talking about who's coming to the party and who. And
Are you having one big party?
No, we'll have two separate little parties.
Okay.
And Charlotte named off some kids, and Katie used to go to the school and so knows the kids in her class.
Yeah.
So she said one kid in her class, and Katie was like, well, why? You never even talked to him, and it's a boy. You never even talked to him at school, and he really gets in trouble every single day. Why do you want him at the party? And she was like, well, he's funny.
Oh.
And wants the funny kid at the party. And she's like, no. But I bet that was the same thing with Amanda. It's like you would come home and you would tell me, hey, I want to have Amanda. And if I knew Amanda, I'd be like, no, you're not inviting Amanda.
Curtis.
We're not having a drama girl at our
Be
party.
nice.
Oh,
Were you even dramatic back then?
It's funny because I was talking to my friend Nicole over the weekend, and we could not remember. We have been friends since kindergarten.
Right.
Okay.
We could not remember one time that her and I really got into like an argument where we didn't talk or that we, actually fought.
Right?
We could not remember one time. So I don't think that I was.
Well, you weren't dramatic with her, but
No.
were you dramatic with everything else? Because you were dramatic last week. We didn't talk about this on the air, but we're going to now. You didn't.
What happened?
Amanda was dramatic last week when I got in here one morning about the Subway guy. And
Okay, what
the
happened
story
with the
goes
Subway
like
guy?
this. Amanda ordered a sub last week for lunch or dinner, whatever.
Okay.
And the Subway guy judged her.
Mocked the sandwich that you made.
Supposedly. But the Subway guy did not do that.
What did you want? Like a tuna fish sandwich?
No,
and then you wanted,
all I wanted was like lettuce and
Spinach.
And he looked at me and he was like, "That's it?"
He said those words?
Yes.
And do you think he did it like that?
Yes.
That's it?
Wait, that's all you're getting?
That's all you're getting?
I have a whole variety of vegetables that I can put on
The
this.
Subway guy does not care what you order. You just made his
No.
job easier anyway. He
And
does not
that's
care.
what I thought, and that's why I didn't understand why he asked.
No,
I feel like
Amanda,
I would be the perfect Subway customer.
You think there is drama where there
Yes.
is not drama.
Well, and he asked because he didn't want to have misheard you.
Right.
You know?
Right,
Or have
exactly.
have you changed your mind?
And he probably said, "Is that it?"
Exactly. Hey,
Not, "Oh, is that it?"
anything else? And instead she heard, "Do you need anything else on this sub? Because you're wasting my time otherwise. Please put me to work. I am an artist. I am one who constructs sandwiches. I do not merely put meat and lettuce and then cut it in half. I'm
my
not doing
gosh.
this for you. You are the worst customer I've ever... I spit in your sandwich."
She told me that story last week, and I looked at her and said, "Amanda, you can find
Right.
drama no matter where you are."
Well, and to say that you and Nicole have never had drama with each other, you're right, Connie. They are like the eye of the hurricane together.
She is not,
Those
though.
two.
She does not really have issues. She does not take issue with other people.
Isn't she the one who like is banning people from her wedding?
No,
That's the other friend?
that's the other friend.
Okay. Nicole,
so maybe she's your stabilizer.
you're telling me that
Yes, could be.
everyone who could be invited to Nicole's wedding is invited.
Yes.
Okay. Because she does have another
Well,
that
it makes
dramatic
sense,
friend who
though.
like freaking out and like
Yes.
cutting people for.
Right.
Remember when she gave me the sideways glance back in 9th grade? Gone. Remember when that girl said that my boyfriend wasn't funny? Gone. Remember that time when somebody had 2 glasses of wine before dinner? Gone. I don't need that at my wedding. Gone, gone, gone. Right?
Right.
Magical.
Maybe not that dramatic, but
No,
yes.
it seems. So Nicole is the stabilizing.
No, you definitely do have
person.
at least one other friend that we know of.
And that's who I thought this
is
Nicole
super
was.
just as
Yes.
dramatic as you, and you two together are a hot mess.
We are.
Yeah.
Of drama.
A hot mess of drama.
Hot mess of drama.
So you're good now, and you are not going to be having any drama today.
No,
That's
I
what-
will not have any drama today.
But you never got invited to birthday parties because nobody wanted that at their house.
I remember being in like 2nd grade and someone was passing out invitations to their birthday party and like I didn't get one.
Oh my goodness.
And I was probably visibly sad.
What?
But I remember like
bet.
the next day or 2 days later, the person came in and gave me an invitation and I thought to myself, I'm not going to that.
because your mom told you had to invite me.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, Amanda.
Right.
That makes me want to hug you. I wish you weren't so far away.
Right. I mean, she's not going to walk to you to hug you. She would hug you. She's just not coming
well,
over
since
there.
I'm on the air right now, I can't get over
I
to
appreciate
you.
that. The thought is what counts.
That's really sad. So you did not go to that birthday party?
I did not. No.
But
so
I-
did everybody in the class get an invitation except for you?
No,
Probably not.
it was one of those clicky, you know,
Okay.
there was only like 10 people out of 30
in
type
second,
of situation.
In 2nd grade. The 2nd grade clique.
Hey, there
yeah.
was cliques.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Those are huge.
Those are the cool kids.
I don't know. It's looking beautiful right now.
Looks great.
Say
And
we could get some rain later on.
can I tell you, I'm actually excited that it will be 74 today because I am going to mow my lawn. And last time I mowed my lawn was Thursday, and I was a dripping, sopping wet mess.
Right.
So I'm hoping to not be that today. That's my goal.
Doesn't it seem like it's always a couple degrees warmer? And the high is 76, but doesn't it seem like it's always a couple degrees warmer than they say it's going to be?
Always. And if you got that sun beating on you, I mean, the sun versus 1 or 2 clouds makes
amazing.
a huge difference. So if we have just sun beating down on me, that is where I'm just sweating like through the shirt on Thursday. And that's rough.
Yeah, it is rough.
I feel
That's
like
when
I'm
you got to go get a nice cold beer and just sit down on the deck and
wow.
just enjoy it.
It's like you're reading my mind right now. Sometimes I'll do that before I mow.
You're right. I
Right?
mean, why wouldn't you?
Well, you gotta get primed, as what I like to call that.
Speaking of drinking, this is a conversation that got brought up this weekend
This is ridiculous.
about women being pregnant and expecting, or even not expecting, their men to not drink for the duration of the pregnancy because they can't drink.
Right.
So their men shouldn't drink. Either they expect them
Because
to.
they're sacrificing for
Right.
the baby.
Right.
And the man should sacrifice for the baby as well.
Now, that wouldn't have flown around you, right? Or
that
did you do that?
No, I drank.
Yeah.
I drank. In fact, I had a friend who was older, and every time we were out, he tried to get Katie to drink while she was pregnant because he had said, that's a old wives' tale. You can absolutely drink. That's made up. You can do it. Our parents all drank. They didn't know. And look at us. We're fine. And she was like, I'm not doing that. But no, I never even gave it a thought. Like, hey, I'm going to quit. The way that everyone knew that Katie was pregnant is we went out. I have a couple friends, and I all share the same birthday. So we were out for a big birthday explosion, and it's December. So we had just found out that she was pregnant, but we weren't telling anyone.
Right.
So she doesn't get a drink.
Right.
And she got drinks, right? So
Right.
she doesn't get a drink. And somebody says, oh, what, Katie, you're pregnant? And we're like, yeah, right, pregnant. And then she didn't drink. And then everybody is like, no, seriously, is Katie pregnant? And we're no, she's not. Because we didn't want
She
to
was
tell.
just newly pregnant.
Right, you can't tell people you can, but we didn't want to.
Right.
But everyone knew that she wasn't. But yeah, we drank all the time. Because you don't stop going out, right? Even if
I
you're
don't know.
pregnant, you still go out.
I don't know. I've never been pregnant.
You go out.
You still go out.
Yeah, you live your life.
Still go out and live your life. You just don't drink.
Some people, like, and I look to my left, Amanda, you probably will expect Mike to completely change his whole being when you're
No.
pregnant.
No.
Would you expect him to stop drinking?
No. I would
No.
not. I think that that's kind of ridiculous.
Well, because you're sacrificing.
So?
It's a
he should-
giant
Is it
sacrifice.
not,
I mean,
for me to not drink for 9 months wouldn't really be a big sacrifice.
me neither. Was it hard for Katie?
No.
No.
Well, and she never said, and if she did, I wasn't listening. So maybe it was. But no, I don't think it was that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It just, you kind of miss out. I mean, there are certain things that go along with drinking a beer. Like you're watching a football game. You're drinking a beer. You're out with friends. You have some wine. You're at your parents' house. And normally, something gets passed around, and then you're left out. So it's not really the struggle to, like, fight the urge to drink.
Right.
It's just that you are missing out on things that people don't get to do, that people are doing and you don't get to.
Right.
But it's like I had a friend who was an alcoholic. He was in AA. And I said to him, does it bother you when when you're places where people are drinking? And he said, no, it never does. But I start to kind of fall back into it's really fun here. And he's like,
Right.
that's when I need to leave because
Right.
it's fun, yeah, but
What
I don't
that
need
leads to.
I don't need to be there.
Right.
I can have fun other places.
Right,
And that's
absolutely.
the same thing with Katie being pregnant. It's really fun here.
What if she would have asked you to stop drinking while she was pregnant 3 times? That's 27 months.
27 months of not drinking.
That's 2.25 years.
It's not like I need to drink every day, but
Right.
I don't mind it.
Do you drink every day?
But probably not every day.
No.
But some days.
Yeah.
Some days I'll
So
go for it.
if she had asked
I
you
probably
to do
would
that,
have laughed that right off and said no. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that.
I think Dan would laugh at me too.
Yeah, and I don't think that
I mean,
she
I
ever
wouldn't
would
ask
ask
it,
that.
no.
But I think people like Amanda are who ask that.
It
Because
does, I mean, Amanda, I don't want to be on his side, but it does kind of seem like that is something you would say. No, if I'm not drinking, you're not drinking.
exactly.
Right.
It
I mean,
does-
but we'll
does
go
kinda
places.
seem like
we'll
that.
go places, and I will be the designated driver, and I won't tell them, well, I'm sacrificing so that people can get home safe. You should be too.
No, but you're thinking it.
No, but that's
What you just
one
said.
night, and that's a smart decision. Like we all know now, you shouldn't be drinking when you're pregnant.
And
And that's a 9-month
here's the thing.
sacrifice for your baby, by the way.
I mean, Katie oftentimes is the designated driver
Right.
anyway. In
As
our life.
am I.
But we would take. It's not like we took advantage of that. Like I wouldn't invite Katie along on like a weekend
Just so
outing.
she could be.
exactly.
It's guys'
Look,
night. She's waiting in the car.
Katie can't drink. Let's get her. Come on, pregnant wife. Let's go have some fun. You want to go golfing? I don't golf. That's fine. We don't care.
You're 8.5 months pregnant.
Exactly.
I don't care.
We're going to go drink 30 beers on the golf course, and you're going to drive us home.
Mm-hmm.
No, we never did that. So she would still go out and do stuff. But yeah, she didn't get the fun and the thrill of being
Well, there
drunk.
definitely are people who are women who have said to their husbands,
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Hey,
I'm not
yeah.
surprised by that at all.
yeah,
Funny story about Katie and pregnant people drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Katie and some of her friends went to Florida for a trip.
Okay.
So and they had it planned. It was in November. Remind you, in December we know that she's pregnant. So they go in November. Katie said that she has never drank that much in her life she drank then, and then was sick when she got back, and she's like, I don't feel good, and then took the pregnancy test, and she's like, I was the drunkest for a week that I've ever been in my life, and then I found out I was pregnant.
No.
She was scared to death.
Yeah.
Right? But it's so little, you can't do anything then. It's later on when it's developing. She's like, so there you go, the 1 week that I just go for it, and then I'm pregnant. Exactly.
Of course. Isn't that the way life works?
So then we would be like, oh, yeah, hopefully. Anytime Haley does something now, it's like, remember that week?
Curtis!
You did that to her.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We look back at it. Oh, she got a B on that test. I hope you had fun drinking that week in Florida.
Does Haley know that story?
No, not until
yet.
right now in the car. She's looking at her mom going, what?